game screen. That should work. Looks good. All right. In case anybody's wondering, this is Rusty's No Man's Sky Connection. Hi there, I'm Rusty. I've been playing No Man's Sky now for, 4 years? I'm not a first year or first release player. I was not somebody who was into gaming at the time. I heard about heard about No Man's Sky as a discussion on somebody's chat or radio show program on NPR about a gaming award ceremony, and at the time No Man's Sky wasn't up for an award, but there was a lot of people who were really excited about the game. It had been out for a couple of years, and they'd done a lot to work on it. All right. I am playing a permadeath save. I've got 55 hours and 55 minutes in this save? And we should, in the next hour, be able to collect all the resources necessary to make 1 billion units. It'll probably take the better part of another half hour, another hour or two to actually convert it into the saleable materials. And then we just have to find a place to sell it. But we are close. We were close yesterday. We got to 876 million. No, 860. Actually, I think we ended up selling at 833 million units. And at the time, it was 457 of the stasis device. I am working on getting up to 67 stasis device this time. And once we've got that, and I'm doing my best to not pull anything from storage. So let's take a look. Currently, Starship just has this in it. None of this is going to go into making any of the product. Likewise, none of this is going to go into making any of the product. Well, I take it back. The oxygen and condensed carbon may end up being used as seed material at some point, but that would be about it. And then I've got more storage here in the Colossus exocraft. Let me pull down another exocraft. This one, if we can. Okay. And what we're doing with that is we are going to, we've got some more of that stuff. That's nice to have, but I'm going to toss it all into storage except for some of the condensed carbon. We'll top up what I've got in my inventory, which means I should have gone the other way. Toss that there, and the rest goes into storage. Likewise, I don't need that pure ferrite at this point, I hope. I may have to, if I don't have enough biodomes for product, I may end up having to make more, but all right. This is the farm we set up last night. It has 10 biodomes, or 10 pairs of biodomes, 20 biodomes total, which means I should be able to make 10 of the lubricant, well, actually 10 living glass and 10 circuit boards before we leave this space. And that's a little bit different from what I normally do with these systems. At least I don't have a moon pool in the middle of it that drops me down. I might show you why that's a good thing in a little bit. All right, we have all of that. So let's come over here. I need 10 lubricant. And 10 fiber, polyfiber. And heat capacitors, which allows me to make the 10 circuit board. Oh, how am I getting 20 circuit board? I am confused. I'll take it, but that does not look like a recurring one. All right, now I need 100 glass. $50 glass. 50 glass is right. And that should give me 10 living glass. No, it gave me 20 living glass. So it looks like I had the resources for more stuck in my system somewhere. That may be an issue later on. We'll see. All right. We will run backwards. Same system, different starship, or different base. We will have to call in the Colossus for this one, as well as the regular, or the hovercraft. Okay, over on the 3D printer, I am making up some, or a product or a piece of equipment that I'm basically just testing. Okay. That is going into the Colossus. And here we should get 8 of each of the products. And again, we're coming over to the here. Should just be 8 lubricant, 8 polyfiber, 8 heat capacitors, 40 glass, 8 living glass. No. Okay, this is not what I was expecting. Okay. We are walking backwards through the bases that I made. Each base has a farm. Most of the bases have 8 pairs of pods. 8 pair pods should be giving us 1 living glass, 1 circuit board. And when we're all done, it should be making a total of 66 or 67 of them. One of the bases has 9 pairs of pods. One base has 10 pods, and we were just we started at the one with 10 pods. And there is no organization to the layout of what I've got as far as pods, in the sense of I don't have specific pods always with specific other pods. The only organization is that I do have all of the pods individually organized with either for living glass or for the heat capacity. Okay, before I do that, I'm going to need my okay. And it's going into the Colossus. All right. Now, again with the making living glass and circuit boards. 8. $40. This should be 8, but 16. Look at me complaining. All right. That is these 3 done. We've got 6 more, or 5 more spaces to go. Now, you may be wondering why I'm building into exocraft and such before at this point, when I could be building in my starship or something else. We will be putting things in my starship, and ultimately my suit for making sails. But I'm not going to worry about it. At this point, most of the concern is that it's going to take us time to go through, or it's going to take space for these resources. Whether it's 8 or 9 of the material. This time I don't need to drag them around. That's going into the Colossus. But if I were to just continue on right now, I would chew up all of my space in my suit. So instead, I'm going to toss or work it all in the exocraft as much or until I run out of space here. Which I may do so today. We'll see. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I only made 9, so we'll do that with this as well. And I am going to stash 30 of this. 30. We'll wait till we get to the end. Half of them will store for later. All right, that's this one. We are now going to this base. Actually, no, let's end that base. And as rehash, this is Rusty, Rusty's No Man's Sky Connection. We are playing No Man's Sky, obviously. And that's not what I was expecting. Okay. Why are we... Grid not connected? Okay, this is troubling. Okay. How we get... No, that's right. More or less. Why is the power output so low? Okay, something is off here. And a half. All right, let's harvest, since maybe a minute before we get... Okay, so we can't harvest. Still depleted. It says we've got 16,000 or 1,600 available, and we're only using 697. So why is there no power? Okay, we got power coming up now. Couple of moments, this should be okay. It should be at 50,000 or 50 kps in a couple of moments. Okay. All right. Okay, that's another 3 hours till it's completely full. In that case, I may be pulling some sulfurine from storage. Grab some carbon. I'm going to leave that living glass. I may have to put in more storage or another several generators. All right. So it looks like it's got the limits right here. I am just going to make 8 living glass, which is how many I should be able to make, and 8 circuit boards. Again, how many I should be able to make. Okay, 19 hours until it's charged. And all right, I am going to put in more. I suppose I should go get some gold before I do that. Do we need gold or chromatic metal? Chromatic metal, I think I've got. Metal plating. That I've got in storage too. Whether I've got it in available storage is a different question. I've got plenty. And of course, I'm running the wrong way. Should do something about that. Don't need to do anything about that yet. All right. Okay, we are now... Might be enough. We'll see. That may be an issue someplace else. I'm hoping not. As I say, I may have to get more sulfurine out of storage. Sure, I've got enough. It's a bit of a pain. All right. And here we go. One of the things I should check on is how much space I'm using in the Colossus. Okay. I think this is set up to collect 32. Okay, we've got another 2 hours on that one. How does the Colossus look? Mostly full. Wow. All right, we will come back for stuff for the Colossus. Meanwhile, let's harvest plants. And for that, I need that guy. I do hope that the layout of the pods is interesting to people, but the primary concern is I'd like to have a certain number of pods with a certain amount of inventory that collects in each. Hey, Richard, welcome. I've come up with an interesting situation today. So, I'm building, or basically I've got my normal inventory here. Just collected everything out of the farm. So, we make up 9 of these, because this is the farm that makes 9 of these. And so I'll make 45 glass. And you notice it said I was out of inventory, which matches up here. And this can go into storage. And since I don't have a freighter, it can't pull out of my storage units. But I should only be able to make, with 8 or 9 heat capacitors, 9 polyfiber. Confirm that's what I've got here. 9 of each. It's perfectly happy to let me make 18. Problem is, I can't guarantee that's what I'm going to get. In the future. And it wasn't what I had set out to demonstrate anyway, so. Two more bases to get to. I've got to come back to this one and another once I process the sulfuring. Actually, it's this one and the one I'm going to right now, because I'm going to have to collect sulfurine and nitrogen. Well, got all the sulfurine. Collect nitrogen and radon. Yeah, and I have no idea why I can double crafting amounts. If I knew that, I would not complain. Not really complaining otherwise. Just noting that for some reason, except I'm not playing on Switch. All right, and it's not letting me double the first level of product. It complains that I'm out of resources. So when I get done with this leg, it should allow me to make 4, which is fine. Yeah, that's where I put my landing pad. Never going to it here. Wasn't doing that yesterday, but it did roll out an update. So apparently I got that. I'm not sure how that's going to work for some of the other stuff, but it might potentially. No. We'll see. I'm still at stage 1. Collect the farmed products and collect other resources, but not process anything but the farmed products. Well, it's actually not even getting that far. All right, I need to call in the hovercraft. So I can work in it. I am going to hold off, now that I'm aware of it, on building more. But if I can double, or if it's one of these, you can make double everything now. That really kind of simplifies making uh, a billion units, unless they cut the price down, which maybe they did. I wouldn't put it past Hello Games. All right. We've got to come back to this base and the previous base, but we can do that after. I'm wondering what that means for making well, we'll find out here. Farm first. Hmm. Wasn't aware they'd nerfed the activated indium. Not that I'm complaining. It was one of those things that was kind of suspect. But it allowed somebody to make a bunch of money early on. On the other hand, here I am. 55 hours, 55 minutes at the start of this episode. And if I could have done this with half this base, or half the farmed items, anybody thinking I would complain? All right. All right, now I need to call in the big guy. He'll be bouncing back and forth. All right, time to turn in some or create a bunch of ionized cobalt. This is the slow part. besides me being slow in the uptake here. Ooh, that's different. It is locking it into 250. Normally this would go to 252. It will stop at 250. Oh wait, nope, that's a different mode. Never mind. That's in ionized cobalt and oxygen. On the other hand, it does mean I get to take advantage of that for solving a minor issue. Specifically, I am not going to have enough of sulfurine, uh, uranium, or not uranium, radon, or nitrogen, because the amount I've got it collecting is more than I've got available. All right. So we've got 3,000. That should allow me to make 5 each of these. No, I can make more than that. Okay. So I should be able to make 20 iridium, iridescite. Let's see if I can make 40. Okay, I'm going to be able to make 40, but I'll just make 20 at this point. No, let's go ahead and make up 40. It'll speed things up a little bit. I'm going to... I was looking to make 30 or 67, so let's see, can I make... I'm going to need to make more ionized cobalt. Not where that goes. Oh well. Feature request. I have to put one in. My feature request is I'd like to be able to use the left and right shoulder buttons to select these. So I should be able to just use the right shoulder button to switch over to the stars. And I can't. Maybe that was a feature that was there and they took away. Maybe they're looking for people to do more base building. And this gives us, or gives people, an incentive. Well, it's not only that they haven't fixed it, they've expanded the feature over to Steam. It wasn't in Steam before. It was in Switch, perhaps, but not Steam. there's that. Because you've seen how much duping I've done. I'm not opposed to people duping, but I've never really seen a good reason to. I'm not sure I'm going to need all this, but we'll run it through. And hey, having excess cobalt has never been a big issue. Excess ionized cobalt, even. Yep. Like I say, you've seen how I play. All right. This needs to come over here too. Okay, we've got enough. I can make 80 at this point. So let's make 40 of each of these. Yeah, no, I can't. It chewed up all that, huh? That's because it's the first run. Ah, of course. First round of crafting. Not the second. So now we're playing with a mind as well, memory. Oh, that's right. There's a reason that it was shorter. All right, I just basically need 27 of each anyway now, so... For my original plan, anyway. So, we have 10, 22. See if I can make 27 of this and have some left over to make more of this. Yeah, I can make one more. All right. This is where we double up, though. Six. I need one more. All right. One more paraffinium. Oh, not paraffinium. This should allow me to make 5. Yeah, that kind of mucks up all my calculations. I get to do this entire series over again. And all because I didn't know about something in the Switch. I mean, if this was working yesterday, I'd be done. I'd be off to doing the community expedition that now people are doing as speed runs, and I'm not even done with it the first time. Yeah, literally, it changed it last night after I. I mean, if this had been in place yesterday, I would have been shocked that I had completed it. But hey, all right. So I've got one of those. I can make more. Okay, I've got that. It is granitine I need some of. Let's make a couple. It hasn't been that way uh, in Steam. I would have found it yesterday because I tend to run it by going until I run out of the ability to make more. All right, now we need to make up condensed carbon. That's all right. I kind of like the entertainment value. Huh. Okay, well. All right. I have some condensed carbon, so we'll use it as seed stock. Interesting. I've no doubt that you could. But as I say, not going to worry about it. Worrying about such things doesn't solve the problems. Well, it very possibly is. And it's one of those things that I'm going, if we just let it, or if we just include the fact that in this episode we're making use of it, I'm perfectly okay with that. If somebody's concerned that we're making use of a function that shouldn't be there, I'll point out that the entire setup that I've made here doesn't require that feature to work. I do have to go in and add more collection for the gases, not more volume, but more of the extraction. But other than that, I mean, it's the same thing. I wonder if this is what Professor Cynical has been complaining about on Twitter lately. I don't know if you've seen, he's got a number of, or a video clip, or a couple of them, that he's been sharing saying that this is going to destroy No Man's Sky if it doesn't get fixed. I don't think this is, but if they fixed the duplication bugs, I don't think that's going to destroy No Man's Sky. But again, I'm playing for my entertainment, not for his. And he plays for a slightly different way. He's fine. I'm fine with that. Okay. There's 1,000. Each round of this should give me 1,200. And additionally, for those of us that are sharing what we're doing, we do our best to make what we share be of value to people who are watching. And if that value is entertainment, which is mostly what I think Professor Cynical's doing, that's fine. If it's how to make a couple billion units in No Man's Sky in short order, I hope this is helpful. I hope what I'm doing helps somebody with that. Granted, drawing a blank on his name. One of the people I have on my YouTube channel is another source, has probably done a better overall on what needs to happen, but it's not, or it hasn't been as, or it's not as current, we'll say, because at the time he did not, or we did not, we weren't getting huge volumes of nanites for recognizing all of the animals on a planet. We were getting nanites, yes, but it wasn't like the 250 per creature that we get now. Yeah, I've seen people who set up skee ball as a game in No Man's Sky with counters, with everything working. It's like, okay. Oh, I'm sure they are. He's visited a couple of times here. Not tonight, but or at least not so far. Yep. You might be able to recognize I haven't actually watched the videos he's linking to. I like him. I think he's greatly entertaining. But yeah, what he does isn't what I do. And that's fine. I will say if they nerf the prices of stasis devices in support of the new platform, that's probably going to be an issue, but on the other hand, it makes it less lucrative to people who are using stasis devices as I want to say trade goods, but they're not really what you give to somebody when you're about to do a duplication glitch in the space anomaly. I'm about 50% on whether that's helpful or not. For somebody who's been playing a while, if you've got a full inventory and you go there expecting to get something that's going to take up inventory space, suddenly discovering you've got a slot filled with a stasis device, another slot filled with a fusion device, or a slot filled with just one ferrite dust, all of which have happened to people. I don't see that as being a significant benefit to anybody. Okay. Should be able to make 40 of these without a problem. So while this bug is in place, or this situation is in place, it's going to make things a little easier. But yeah, don't count on it being there in the future. Okay, there's another 2,000. Should I make another 40 of those? Let's toss the surplus of this away for now. Likewise, surplus of this. Because I'm treating it as surplus, we can always go and get it again if it turns out we do need it. At some stage. Obviously, we probably won't at this point, but I'm going to put 2 of these stacks in the starship. Oh, well, nothing of true significance has happened since you commented last, so I mean, we've been staring at a refiner that's doing work for me and taking time, but time doesn't seem to count towards my play time on my save. So save playtime has been at a standstill for however long this has taken. Well, okay, there's been a couple minor differences. I am sort of taking advantage of the concept of the building, and what I'm going to do is go to or try to make 40 each of the nitrogen salt and enriched carbon products, and see if I can get up to 80 of the resulting content, or of the, well, basically of the ultimately the cryo chambers and stuff. That was not where that went. I'm not sure how that's going to work because I think I can roll it with the leftover first order products of those types. We'll see. I mean, it's not like I can't do this again or make more of it. I think I'm going to need 60 of each, as opposed to the 80 of each I was expecting. But that might get me 140. Hey there! How are you doing today? Yep, that one was is a concept I print. You've heard of cording keyboards, right? Hey, it's always a good thing. A cording keyboard is a keyboard that you can enter all the letters, all the numbers, and everything with just one hand, either one. And the idea is that, let's say, for example, you're doing the numbers 1 through, or you're doing numbers. If you use a sort of, or a pseudo hex, hexadecimal system, you can do it with 4 fingers. So you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Well, since you've already got 1 through 0, 0 through 1, 0 being everything off, or 0 through F, you can use the A through F as the start of an alphabet and work on or use another button to trigger that. All right, how do we stand here? I have 4,000. Okay. Now to make this, I need nitrogen. All right, let's go where I can get some nitrogen. And the idea of the chording keyboard is that you can make that, or you can use the buttons on the keyboard to do that. You use 2 buttons per finger normally, so you've got an outer button and an inner button. So you've got, you double the number of effective bits right there. And then you have a thumb button that says, hey, active. Okay, we'll recharge that. All right. Let's do that. Okay. And that should allow me to make 20 nitrogen salt without a problem. Maybe 40 nitrogen salt. Yeah, we can make 40 nitrogen salt. And with 40 nitrogen salt, I should be able to make 40 of these, but can I make 80 of these? I can make 20 of those. Okay. That's fine. It's going to be a level up if that is going to work for me, I think. Yep, Richard was commenting that my print is finished. I had a print running when we started, and it completed the print job. And in a little bit, it's going to complain. Well, not really complain. All right. Let's make 40 of this. Okay. Well, so that should allow me to make 20 of this. Make 20 of this. All right. That's going to need a thermic condensate, which I left in the Colossus. Move those over to the exosuit. Not really the best place for them, but... And also move over some of these. Starship. And let's call in that one. Get out of the weather for a moment. It's radiation, so I'm not too worried about it, but all right. Apparently I can make more circuit boards in living glass. Ah, yes I can. In case people weren't aware, I've been building this on the assumption that I could only make 8 of these. And apparently for some time I've been able to make up to 16. Instead of the 8 that I was thinking. All right. Now I can't make any more. But I should start being able to make these things. The objective is to make 60 of them. And that's not going to happen. At least not yet. That's 20, so what can we do? Stasis devices. Okay. So that really messes with the head as far as calculations go. All right. So I'm going to need... So I've got 20 of these now. They're still only worth 156 mil each. Rush the rest of the oxygen into condensed carbon. Okay, so that that plan didn't come quite to fruition. And I think I am shy on, we're going to be shy on nitrogen, sulfurine, and such. We'll see. All right, let me go grab that off the printer. And yeah, the printer has powered down now. All right. So, an outer shell that is a draft shield. That comes off, and that's trash. The brim comes off, it's trash. It served its purpose. Also need to pull out supports. And I'm in a fairly early development stage of this. And it's my own design. There are others who have cording keyboards out there. But they are not mine. They are fine. Or that's supposed to be, but they are not mine, no matter how fine they are. Time to get the pry tools out. Of course, I could very easily snap what I'm doing that way, but I keep wondering if the selection of the music that they picked might have, or for this, might have something to do, or might be kind of trying to send the message, oh, we're sorry you survived the night. Because that's the morning wake or the morning music. And it sounds like a dirge. Yes, it's got bright instruments, but there are positives and negatives of working with tough PLA. Positive is I've shattered PLA parts doing what I'm doing right now, pulling support out of a print. And I did just kind of, well, no, actually I didn't. I was afraid I damaged this one. Maybe I have now. Looks like it's self-recovering. Mostly. Yeah, I snapped it. Oh well. It is a prototype. Prototypes break. So the basic idea is that we've got a Space Force strap, so it'll go around, the strap will go around the back of your hand, and a circuit board will mount in here, inside of it. And then attached to the circuit board will be buttons that will be activated by either a press like this or press like this. And you possibly both of buttons could be activated at the same time. And I just lost some carbon. Now, this feels a little bit small for me, so I'll probably end up bumping it up a size in both length, because it basically needs to rest on your fingers need to rest in the bumps or the divots that we've got on it. And that's a little bit tight, so I'd rather it be about like this. Didn't measure my hand before I did this, so, well. Ah. Are you looking for, like, space station, or, factories, manufacturing facilities for them? Because if you're not, or if you are, okay, there's a tip for you. Use a different feature of the game. Let me get this loaded up here. And I'll show you what I mean. So you scan creatures, and each creature scans for money. And then you go into your options, discoveries, fauna, and as you collect all of the species on a planet, you will get 250 nanites per creature. You'll also get, it's actually 255 nanites per creature. 5 for uploading it, and 250 per creature for uploading all of the planets or fauna on a planet. So that means that if you've got a planet with 4 creatures on it, there's 1,000 nanites. You're with me so far? All right. You go to several planets and you collect several thousand nanites. You can easily collect 50 or 5,000 nanites over 2 or 3 planets. Actually, you can probably easily collect far more than that. You can easily collect over 10,000 nanites doing that, which is handy for doing upgrades to your starship. But the big advantage is you come up to the space anomaly. Okay. At the moment, I am rather shy on nanites, but I can pick up a couple more. I think I've picked up at least another 50 nanites through, or that are I'm banking or waiting on collecting or harvesting. We'll see if Helios has any for me. My minerals. I don't generally collect minerals. Okay. So there's 40 nanites. And hello, Aries. I don't know if I've got any experience for you, but let's see. Hey, I've got some milestone data. All right, that gives me another 50. So I hit another milestone. All right. All of the recipes that you can pick up at a manufacturing facility are going to be in here. And each one of them is 250 nanites. And obviously I've got 1, 2,000 or 2,750 nanites worth of content or of stuff that I could collect yet. So a planet with 12 creatures on it, 3,000 nanites, that would get me everything that's in here. And then it's a lot easier. The other thing, if you do need to go to a bunch of the manufacturing and operation centers, your best bet is to find a sentinel tower first and shut down all the sentinels on the planet, and then go get the recipes. Why am I doing this? Now, there are things that I know there are people who know better than I do how to do them. But yeah, that's the fast way. Or I should say, the less stressful way. You don't burn up a bunch of stress on manufacturing facilities. You're quite welcome. Okay, since I ended up breaking off the one button, the idea is that there is a flex point in the button here that allows me to collect or to bend the button a little bit without breaking it. I am probably going to have to print it in a different orientation and deal with a different variety of support to get that to work, though. All right. So there's another 3,000. So I should be able to make 60 more sulfury now. At least I hope I can make 60 more sulfurine. Sulfurine. There we go. Thermic condensate. Well, there's 60. Part of my problem here is that I ended up restarting here a little early. And so I didn't get all 4,000 in each of the, or 40,000 in each of the bases for sulfurine, nitrogen, and radon. All right. While that is working, I'm going to grab my other mouse. I'll keep running in this. Okay. And people liked comments I made on Twitter. While some people on here are not active on Twitter, I'm a little bit more. And just need one Kira session running. Okay. Rotate it 90 degrees up. Slice it. Oh, I gotta change something. Support to build plate. Nice. Two hours, 45 minutes. Save to disk. So, really quick question for people. Would setting up or showing how I set up or do a 3D print from model design to final print be of interest to people? I mean, it seems to catch, people seem to notice that it's running there when I've got it running. I get asked questions about it. But that's different from saying, yeah, I want to see how you do that. Because really all that, or what I'm doing right now with the stream is showing it being printed, which is fine. But if somebody's interested in seeing how I go about getting everything set to go for that, it'd be nice to know. I mean, there's no reason I can't do that in the same system and run the, or add it to the stream. Mostly I don't, because I'm doing all that work on a different system, and it's more software I have to add to this one. And it should be set to go. Oh, I won't take offense. I've been, it's been suggested to me that I remind people of a whole bunch of different people, so I will not take any offense. Okay. Nope, no offense taken. I haven't watched Pawn Stars. I think I may have seen one or two episodes, but yeah, not something I would consider myself a specific fan of. Up until, or let me say, not up until a couple of days before I shaved my head and went back to a goatee. I was walking or checking out at. It's okay. I was checking out at Micro Center, and a guy came up to me behind or following me in the line and said I looked very much like Abraham from the Living Dead series. And so I had to look it up, Abraham Ford. I could see what they were talking about. My beard and stuff at the time was such that, okay, I'll grant him that. I have also cosplayed as Jamie Heineman. I had the goatee grown out a little bit more than it is now, wearing a black beret. I'm trying to remember where that is right now. I think it's right over just the other side of the room. And glasses. I've also cosplayed as Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly and the Serenity movie. No. I don't think he and I would agree on a few things, which is not a problem. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of people on certain things. But in a lot of things, I like Adam Savage a lot more than I did Jamie Heineman. Yeah. Although, well, yes, very much poor on Grant. Sad for that. I am actually far sadder about what happened to one of the interns in the series. You'll recall that up until the episode with the microwaved jawbreaker, there were two ladies who were interns. I can't think of the other lady's name, but the blonde-haired lady ended up having a incident that was actually shown in the series, where one of the jawbreakers that they had put in the microwave exploded and cast boiling hot sugar onto her face and burned her face. And that's not really something a TV career can survive. She's still involved with the TV industry, but not in front of the camera anymore. Or at least, last I heard, she was still involved with the TV industry. But they've had a number of other I want to call them guests that have been involved in the series. Okay. So we've got another 2,000, almost, well, 3,000. I include what I've got elsewhere. So I should be able to make 60 more uh, enriched carbon. Definitely can after I get this round done. When my hair was growing out, at one point, somebody suggested I looked like Mark Twain or Samuel Clemens. Okay. All right, let's see. 60 of this, if I can do it. Like I say, I've been compared, I would say, favorably to a large number of people, and I'm not upset about it. And as far as the Jamie Heineman bit, it was pointed out to me at the time that it wasn't just appearance. My voice is significantly like his. And I will accredit that to the fact that he is actually from Illinois. So it's a Midwestern United States accent. And oddly enough, my dad was born in Peoria, Illinois. So there's some overlap there. All right, I am going to leave that. And we're going to go to where I've got the nitrogen. Because I need nitrogen salt. Yeah, we did use all that up. Okay. Hey, India. I got to remember to check these devices more often. Eh? So I should have enough to make 60 more of each of these. And then I'm going to need another 20, I think. Actually, I'm going to need another 40 of each, which I'm not going to be able to get today. Oh well. Maybe we'll get up to 60 devices today. Speaking of checking things, let's check this one. Oh, it's empty. That's where that indium should have been. That's probably where I should be making the condensed carbon, too. All right. And that it only takes one salvage technology or salvage data for it. I commented on the No Man's Sky community and Twitter that, yeah, the amount of effort it is to get oxygen right now, especially in permadeath, is such that, yeah, the oxygen harvester is one of the very first things you want to collect. Granted, I'll go for the medium and large refiner before I go get that. But if I've got to spare one salvage data, I'll grab it too. And with it, you'll want to get the mining refiners and gas collectors, especially early in the game. If you want to do the farming that I'm doing without having to go through the, or if you're looking to just make one or two of the various materials, yes, you need to go set up a base on at least 3 planets. Off the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure. I believe there is, yes. There's a mining beam. There's also a terrain manipulator. The mining beam has a A-class upgrade or blueprint that you usually get with a Minotaur as well. But hey, we can go check on that. I don't have a Minotaur, but I do have 17. Nope, that's something else. I do have 27 data, so let's go get a Minotaur. Yeah, it's one of those. There are certain things that you can do that way, and certain things you can't. And the Minotaur it's one of these, I didn't see a big need for it for this save, but we're at the point now where it's not a hindrance to have. And who knows, maybe they've got more stuff in it than I remember. I think I've got everything I need to put in all the updates, all the blueprints that come with it. I just don't have any of the blueprints from yep. This is one of those things where I'm not sure which is the fastest route to it, but we're at the point now where it doesn't matter which was the fastest because I'm here. The Pilgrim is one that I don't see any reason to get. If I want to ride a motorcycle, I need to go get a new motorcycle. I'd rather do that than do it in-game. That's a good spot for him if I've got everything I need. I need 5 metal plate. That I should be able to get out of stores. Yeah, not out of this storage, huh? What I get for setting up a minimal storage capacity at a base. Or is it just that I had pulled the wrong, or was too far away from the unpowered one? Nope. All right. Okay. Well, I've only got that, but that's a good one to have right there. And see what I can get out of stores. I need to go find some storm crystals, eh? There, now I don't need to worry about running out of fuel anytime soon. All right. Switching exocraft. So with the update, did they fix this? No, they did not. That should not be a stumbling block. It's stairs of all things. Yep, and for that, I'm going to need to get a bunch of nanites now. Fortunately, I've got a place where, at least in theory, I can get 12 or 3,000 nanites. If I can find 3 more creatures. But they're underwater, and all the time I've spent underwater, I've not seen a single creature there. So I don't know if they just botched the update, or if there's something else going on there. Okay, so I've got 2,000 so far. And for anybody wondering, I am not concerned about getting more oxygen if I need it. I'm also not concerned about getting more of the radon or sulfurine. But I am kind of limited on that, so I am definitely not making this all happen inside of the couple of hours that I was thinking I could do it. Well, and that should get me... Nope, not yet. This one will get me over. All right. Now that should allow me to make 30 each of these two. Okay. This might be the trick to that. Maybe limited to 58. We'll see. Okay. May still only be limited to 57, but we'll see. We'll collect, or we'll make as many as it will allow us to make. So it looks like we've got about 120 of those, which will not be enough to get us to 2 billion. but maybe somewhere close to it. We'll see. Hey, dude. Did you want a treat? Come on up. You're looking for your sister who isn't up here. Yeah. Come on, up you go. You can do it. That's a sensitive area to be clawing in, but you can do it. Hey, hon. All right. You are obviously not required to do anything like this. One of the things I do is I will look for a trading post or planetary archive or both, somewhere in the neighborhood of my base, one of my bases, which gives me a convenient place to go to make a sale. Yeah. Let's see if he tries to evade me by flying away before I get to him. Hey, dude, I have some electronics you might be interested in. $1.7 billion units. Which puts me at 2.774 billion. As far as I know, there is nothing in the game that has a value in excess of about 1 billion units on its own. And look at the time. It is midnight, my time, or within a minute of it. So, the closest thing to going over 1 billion units that I'm aware of is one of the living, the space whales, living frigates. If you can't get one of those from the mission, or from one of the missions, it is how you can get it, or it is what it's going to cost you to adopt one, if you could find one. So let's see where we are. As I said, we started this episode with 55 hours, 55 minutes, 57 hours, and 19 minutes total. And we're over halfway to money cap. All right, everybody. I am going to see about playing some of the expedition tomorrow, so we shall see you then. I don't know if I'm going to delete this save or not. I've been known to do that. But then, it's a nice save. Especially for one that I don't have a freighter yet. I did have the chance of getting the smaller freighter. And with the cash I have now, no matter what I found as a larger freighter, that would work. But we are complete for today. Thanks for hanging out. I hope that what we did today was useful, and we'll see how things go. Thank you very much, File. Have a Swamper. Have a great night.